Welcome back. If you followed the instructions so far throughout this course, you probably noticed that we ask you quite a bit for reflection. Basically every time before the course starts and after. Why would we do this? To annoy you? Maybe. Not really. Because we think what you do with constant reflection is build reflective capacity. That's what they call it, a reflective capacity. Thinking about thinking about what you're doing, etc. Why are we doing this? Because it's been shown that the more you reflect, the more reflective capacity you have, the more innovative and creative you can be. You've all of a sudden start seeing things that you didn't see before. You see the known unknowns and you see potentially some of the unknown unknowns when you start reflecting, when you start looking where you can shine light. So when we're now engaging in this part of the course, it's about increasing our reflective capacity to become more creative and innovative. For this section, I promise you that you'll be challenged and that you are going to be pushed out of your comfort zone. Most of you, at least. We've started with some exercises that are sort of getting creative juices flowing. And if you recall, I mentioned before that our brain is designed for creativity, is designed to understand, to comprehend, to make sense of the world, and to innovate. And that every time we understand something about the world, we get a little high. The brain rewards us. Creativity and innovation is that process that builds on that. We create constantly, even though we might not consider ourselves creatives. In fact, when I ask students, just a colleague outside, do you consider yourself creative? I say, no, I'm not the creative type. And yet, he constantly creates new content, he writes blogs, he writes books, he creates classes. So it's impossible to not create. The question is, what do we create? Necessity is the mother of invention, right? You know that, you've heard that before. In this context of this class, you're asked to come up with creative and innovative solutions to some of the world's largest global problems that face humanity. And do that through the lens of a CEO of an organization that you have chosen. Now, there's a big danger that you'll be stuck to this model of thinking. And that you're not able to do the big pivot that Andrew Winston is writing about. Yet, to use the potential of our brain that we all can access, we can shift mindsets. We can shift the way we engage with the world. And the exercises that are coming up are designed to get you a little bit of a taste for that. And I share with you how that has impacted myself. Because what you're going to do is you're going to write, you're going to paint, and you're going to perform a theater piece. That might make you a little bit anxious. With the students that were doing this exercise, they have expressed that same kind of anxiety. So I'm warning you, yes, there will be some push outside of your comfort zone. And I encourage you to go with it. Okay? Just allow that. Give that permission. Do the exercises at home. Watch the videos and understand how you can use and access your own creativity. And we're going to do exercises that are not in the business context at all. And yet they access the same kind of patterns in our brain that can help us be creative and innovative in other domains as well. Music, for example, or business. So I ask you to give it a try, do the exercises, look at what the students are doing, and try to understand the patterns that we have that prevent us from seeing ourselves as creatives or from even understanding how we can become even more creative, more innovative. Maybe embrace the big pivot and understand how we can bring our creative powers to solve the problems that we're facing as a species. The SDGs.